Hello guys, this video will talk about local symmetry, how to set it up, how to go about it. So what's local symmetry? Well, it's just a term for symmetry that kind of takes place not around the central axis of an object. So for example, right here, I've got this object, I pop on symmetry, right? This is Z symmetry around the object's pivot, and then we got X and we got Y, right? But let's say we want to have symmetry in a particular spot. So I'll center this. I'll go ahead and change these values here. Alright, so let's say that I'm working on this object here, and I want to have symmetry, let's say, right here. Let's just choose a spot to make it more difficult for us. Let's choose a spot right here. Like right over here in this corner. And I'll go ahead and, you know, extrude. And let's say I want to have an object that's being symmetric right here. So I'll go ahead and select that. Shell. Alright, now when you apply shell, this can happen sometimes. Here's the little problem I'll explain to you very quickly. So when I extruded, I use this mode right here, which is group, which is going to move them all into a single direction. But if you can also use local normal, which will move it like that. See, so this is what happened. And so when I use shell, it used the local normals. What I can also do, guys, is just simply select this grow, and then detach this clone, and then flip it, and then bridge. Alright, so we've got this object here, and if we try and apply symmetry, we're going to get this happening here, and we're not going to get the result that we want. So this is where local symmetry comes in handy. But in order to be able to do that, we need to have something that can define that local symmetry, which we need to create this. How do we create it? Well, I'll insert a loop through here, or I'll use Swift Loop. I'll hold down Shift. That will create, hold down Shift because I will apply set flow afterwards. If I just use Swift Loop, I get this, but if I use set flow, I get this. So if you use Swift Loop and hold down Shift, it will apply set flow automatically. Now we can delete the left or right side, and we'll also bridge this. This creates Polygon for us to use. If we apply symmetry, we can go into align face and click on that, and then we can flip it, and there we go, guys. Now we have local symmetry occurring right here. We can now work with this at a local level. Now you will get a little bit of this happening here, but to fix it, all I gotta do is move this a little bit in this direction, and boom, it's fixed. Alright, we can also insert, let's say, a loop through there, and that will give us Z symmetry.
And real quick, guys, if you want to learn this awesome new program called Plasticity, I've got a course for you in the description. This is the first link there. And it's got a lot of awesome content, guys. It's got over 42 hours of educational content. It's got a tree cutting mechs. It's got police robots, Omega, cyborg ninjas, and much more. So be sure to check that out.
We can do this on another symmetry modifier. Once again, we can move this a little bit down. Or at this point, just delete this. And now we can model, guys, at this, this angle here, locally. Alright, so let's look at another example. Let's say, for example, get a sphere here. And I'm going to retopologize this. Alright, let's say I've got, I'll choose any kind of random spot right here. Let's say this right here. Actually, let me go ahead and turbo smooth, and then we'll just go ahead and select that. All right, so we got this kind of spot right here, right? And I'll go ahead and detach this as a clone. So obviously one thing we can do, guys, we can always model a cylinder at a neutral situation and plug it in there. But sometimes you're modeling quickly and you just want to pop something in here very quickly at a local level. So how do we do that? How can we apply symmetry to this random object that we generated because of regularizer? Well, the same principle applies, guys. Make sure we have like a straight place here. And we can go ahead and now delete part of this. Let's bridge at least two edges, just to make sure we have polygon there. And symmetry. Align to face. And there we go, guys. I've got a Versace script set up to I can select the face, edge, or vertex and apply a local working pivot. I can kind of move it right there, and there we go, guys. So we can now work locally here. I can even kind of copy that for quick use. I don't even need that face anymore, guys. All I can do is, let's say, for example, I will crease this. All right, and let's say open subdiv. I'll give myself 2, smooth, and just like that, guys, I can delete the bottom half. All I gotta do, guys, is paste that, and it works. Which means now I can work locally out of just this random object that we extracted. Alright, guys, now that we've got that, we can copy these modifiers. We can apply them, for example, even on this object, because they're all derived from the same object, because this comes from this object. So now we can just kind of get this as well, and we can model, things like so. We can also do, guys, we can go ahead and, let's say, get this. And we can even make this a new object. Paste the modifiers and work with this. I'll turn this object. Then use drag to move it on here. Alright, move a little bit further down. Alright, move this down as well. Alright, I'm going to apply shell. And I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with this. But before we do that, we can kind of work with this a little bit. So I'm just getting some design here. You can select this. I'll also select this and use the script to get this custom pivot here. And then let's say scale like that. All right. And now paste that on here. All right. I can scale it to match it up. So as you guys can see, I can just kind of extract things and work with this system. Alright guys, thank you for watching and take care.